It looks like we are live, and uh, so welcome everyone to this week's session of Hackmaster. We were just discussing Dennis's various alternate lives and his secret past as uh, everything. So last time we left off, the group was staging an attack on the bandit keep, I believe. So I've created a little bit of a map over here where I've got the different levels of the keep, which you shouldn't be able to see yet. But at the moment, I have where everyone is in relationship to each other. So we've got Orbal Kill and Eric, who are currently firing arrows against the bandits that are kind of silhouetted up at the top of at the second level of the keep, while Finn and Elka they crawled through the secret tunnel that you guys found, which seemed to lead into some sort of well. And that's where the two of you are. And then Karamikos, last time we checked in with him, he had uh, he was sleeping comfortably in a haystack on a farm,
I was thinking I was just eating.
or eating, resting, reclining. And our new character, which will be played by Griffin, has yet to be introduced yet. So that's to who knows where he is yet. Does anyone have any questions about where we were last? Oh, what was that?
I'm liking the art there, Griff.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I think it was someone else's from like a Warhammer game we were doing before.
I think it was yours from 5 years ago.
Wait, was it mine? I don't remember having a character called Morgan.
Wait, what are you looking at? I thought you were talking about your token there on the map. Who's Morgan?
Apparently the name of this dwarf, but not anymore.
Hawks.
I just remember you using it a long time ago, like 5 years ago.
Maybe it was for one of the dwarf NPCs then. But yeah, no, that's where I got it from, probably.
Also, is Finn dead? Because Finn doesn't have a health bar.
Is Finn dead? Finn is not dead.
Come on, man. I've been trying real hard to stay
alive. I can't see
alive.
her with my echolocation.
Yeah, Finn doesn't have a health bar, so I'm just throwing that out there.
It looks like the token was revealing the second bar, which had nothing on it. So now, can you see a health bar?
Yeah.
Don't scare me like that. I'm trying real hard not to die here.
Not trying hard enough. Take a page from my book. Just go eat something very far away.
If you noticed, when everybody was fighting last time, I stayed in the bushes for a reason.
Great job.
Now, I have a question. Why am I in Object Darkness?
Did you pan over to the left?
Yeah. I'm
also, define abject darkness.
As in...
Oh, yeah, everyone is... There's currently darkness around everyone at the moment.
Okay.
There's a torch, right?
I guess I could see fine because I could echolocate where Finn was, despite someone else's sarcasm.
Nice new
map. The before the session, I was going around and making sure everyone had the right settings on their default tokens, and so I had them in this little area with complete darkness, so I could test. Can everyone should be able to see now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dennis, even you can see?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Woo!
I can see.
What browser are you using, Dennis?
What browser?
All downhill from here, baby.
I'm using Internet Explorer 3.1.
Not Opera. I don't know what browser to even make a joke about anymore.
I'm looking for a killer dolphin. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I've been having a hard time finding even Flipper images anymore.
Well, there was a killer dolphin in the movie One Crazy Summer, which is from like 1986. John Cusack's in it, which I absolutely love, and that's where they have the killer dolphin.
Oh man, I was just watching. Not Upload. What's the new comic book movie he's in? Movie, television show,
Um,
television show on Amazon.
The Boys,
Utopia.
Utopia. John Cusack's in that.
Is
Yeah.
it called Utopia?
Yeah, it's called Utopia. It's like 8
Ah.
episodes right now, based on a 44-episode UK television show.
Oh,
I'll have to check that out.
weird. That's a
Is it
weird
good?
reversal.
Sounds kind of good.
Yeah, that's like usually the UK shows are shorter, 8 to 10 episodes, and the Americans ones are longer.
Well, it's only like first season, I think. I think it's gonna be. Well, it has to be more. They not gonna give things away. There has to be more episodes. Of the American one, I mean.
I love John Cusack.
He's good in this.
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah, it was
Fulham
Demi
Home.
Moore's first movie, I believe. Was
Oh.
that One Crazy Summer?
I did love Gross Point. Gross Point.
I think that's
Yeah.
right.
I think. Yeah. Which wasn't filmed in Gross Point, by the way, except for the final ending. Because I've been to Gross Point and it doesn't look anything like that.
We just watched the movie Boys in the Band yesterday, and whew, that one was.
Eli was crying so much. I was like, oh my god.
It was so
Got so
emotional and
emotional.
heartfelt, and oh god, I haven't watched a good movie like that in a while. I was really feeling it.
I don't know. I was up at
Heavens.
4 a.m. watching Hook.
So maybe you won't kill us today then?
Yeah, see, I got all that sappy and happy emotions out. So the only emotions I have left are anger and vengeance and destruction. So
Nice.
unfortunately, that's what you all are left with.
Let's kill some bandits.
So the last time we left off, Jim Bob had just fired off into the. Let's see. He had just fired off at the first silhouette, and he had missed, I believe.
That's correct.
I'm just double checking to make sure. He had just missed and fired off into at these silhouettes, and it had plinked off the walls of the fort. So that was what was happening up there. Is Eric and Orbal Kell were kind of exchanging some fire up there. Down at the bottom, Finn and Elka. Elka was in the lead, and Elka had managed to hook up the grappling hook. However, that had gotten a response from whoever was hiccuping up above, which you didn't have any line of sight up there, so you really didn't see him. And they had called out some sort of they had called out to someone else in the keep, and that's where we had left off down there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add Elka and Finn in on this initiative tracker. However, the first thing that the first thing I'll ask is for Orbal Kill and Eric, how long did you want to I guess the big question is how good is your timing? How
It's
you
awesome.
guys said you were going to wait about 5 minutes before you guys started attacking. Did you guys want to err on the side of caution there? So how long are you attacking before that, around that 5 minutes? Are you attacking straight, exactly on that 5-minute mark?
Yeah, I think so.
How high can your character count?
Yeah. What's your mathematical skill? 1, 2, 3. What
my
I'm going to
character
say
has intelligence 10, so average. I guess he can count to 10. At least.
I'm not on the turn order, and I was.
Are you guys not seeing yourselves on the turn order?
No, because we're on a different map.
Yeah.
Correct.
Different map. I always hate
I was
that.
9.
Yep. I still see everyone's initiative. So
My intelligence is 10 too, so I guess I can count to 10 in French, German, Dej.
French, German, and Dej. So what I'm going to say is that you guys are firing. You were trying to plan to fire around that like just a little bit early, so that you'd be firing on that 5-minute mark. And so I'm going to say that Finn and Elka, I'm going to add you in on second 10 onto this initiative tracker. Does that Does that work?
Yep.
Yep.
So, Jim Bob has just fired, and maybe gave a little bit of a curse as he misses, and fires off at the keep. And next up is going to be Eric and Orbal Kell.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I fire again.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire too.
We have cover from the tree line because we're in the tree line.
You do have cover from the tree line. Yep.
So that will be.
And if you remember, you both were in the. Let me double check. I believe it was in the. You're about 100 feet away.
So
and
-6 attack, yeah.
70 feet away for Eric.
Okay.
So we're -6.
So that's. Is it -4 for me or -6?
Depends on your bow.
It's short bow.
And
So
so
it's -6.
It's -6. So you're the both of you are firing at -6. Remember there's two silhouettes up there. One of them that's kind of silhouetted up at the ruin of the tower, and another that was firing from what looks like maybe an old window. Which are you firing at?
Mm.
Are you firing at the same
Well, I'm
one,
firing
or are
at
you firing at each a different one?
A
I
different
think
one.
we were splitting the fire.
Okay. So who would like to roll first?
Roll first.
All right. Nice.
So first, they're not even like trying to. They're not actively moving around to try to avoid your fire. They're just standing there and trying to fire back. So here's the 1d12. It's a 9. So that will hit if there's no if he doesn't make any sort of cover. So I'm going to say that because he's if he was firing from a keep in perfect condition, then he would have the arrow slits, which would be 90%. However, that's no longer the case here, and so I'm going to say that's degraded down enough where he's only got a 50% cover from being up in this keep. So I will, it's easiest just to roll an even or odd. So even or odd, what
Even.
will hit? So even will hit, and that's odd, unfortunately. So you fire and maybe it's him like pulling back at the very last second, or maybe it's just moving his aim over and he kind of adjusts where he is, and it plinks off the stone right next to him. And then you should be able to delay as well. And for Eric,
Well, that's not gonna hit.
well, I could roll a natural one, but I don't. So your bow falls a little short.
Suck. I suck.
And then if the both of you give me a little bit of a delay.
It's the delay on the bow, right? So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
12.
unless you wanted to change it up and make moves towards the keep. So.
Nah.
All right. So next up is Finn and Elka. So I guess I'll start with Elka. You were in the front. You had thrown the rope up to the top of the well. What would you like to do?
Try and climb it.
All right. So and had you put on? Did you put on that scale mail?
Yes.
All right. So the one difficulty with that is scale mail does give you a penalty to your climbing. And so at the moment, your climbing in scale mail is 50 worse.
Don't do it.
Maybe Finn should try climbing then. At that point.
I can totally try. Be
Yeah.
ready to catch this butterball.
I got you.
All right, so you're going to attempt to climb up there. Would you like to put on the scale mail first?
Oh no.
He's so sneaky.
So, you are climbing up using a rope. And so this will be an average difficulty check to climb up the inside of this well.
Okay, so I think this is the first time I've done that. So do I change the mastery to average and then click the skill,
you
or?
you don't have to change that
Oh, okay.
mastery. That at the very
Okay.
top, those three, the mastery, attribute, and role, that's for training. So if you wanna automize upgrading your character, then that'll help you there. But with this, you're just gonna hit the
So you ever
climbing and
level up.
rappelling, and it's an average check, which means it's within 40% of your skill.
Seems like a terrible idea.
All right, so you are going to start climbing up this rope. An average check is within 40. You have a skill of 9, so you had to roll under a 49. So you had a little less than 50% chance, but you passed. So that means you're going to start climbing up this this rope. It's 8 feet. It's 8 feet to climb up, and you are, as you mentioned, a little butterball. And you're going to be. I think you move up at crawling speed. So your crawling speed is 1.25. So
It's gonna take forever.
it's going to take you 5 seconds or 6 seconds to climb up to the top, and I'll say after 6 seconds, you've actually pulled yourself up onto the other side of the well, if you'd like, or you could like peek at the top. It's your choice.
Yeah, I'll probably try to peek, but right now just delay for 5 seconds.
Yeah, delay for 5 seconds,
Okay.
and then that'll be the second that you peek, and then that 6th second could be you doing that last hurdle.
Okay.
Elka, would you like to follow after, or are you going to wait till Finn gets all the way to the top? What would you like to do?
Oh, I'm gonna wait till Finn gets up to the top to not weigh her down or anything.
Okay, so you're gonna. So why don't you also? I'm just gonna delay you to 20 seconds, and then as soon as you're ready to act, just let me know. Okay.
All right. I've got my arms out and I'm like ready to catch her if she falls.
All right. That seems like a good way to get down if you're ever in trouble. So you can just jump and catch. So Finn, you start clambering up, and we get to second 11. On second 11, one of the bandits has drawn a bead on. We'll say. I believe they did not see. There was one of you that they did not see, but I can't remember at this point. So even is going to be Eric, and odd is Orbital. So one of his has spotted where you're firing from, Orbital. Unfortunately, they have short pose, so this person is going to be firing back at you with a -8. So I'm going to be firing at a -8. You're going to use that D12 because you're standing still, but you also will have some cover from the trees around you as well. So
Okay, where do I press for defense?
for this, it's just a standard 1d12 exclamation P. And I should say that they're also firing into darkness. So that's a further -8. So that is a total of a 2 to hit you. And you rolled.
I roll a 1d2, not a 1d12.
Well, that makes sense why you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
But I don't mind. I don't mind you keeping that.
Yeah, I do. Okay.
In fact, you rolled a 12. Much better than a 1, unfortunately. Although if we put a thumb over the 2, it still looks like a 1. So he fires into the darkness after where your shots have been coming from, and it sails wide off the mark. And he delays as you see him pulling out another arrow. On the next second, on second 12, the other bandit has drawn a bead on Eric, and he's going to be firing back at you. There's a little bit less of a range penalty since you were only at that shorter distance. However, he's still firing off into the darkness, so that does give him an even bigger penalty. It's fine for you guys to be firing at them because they're silhouetted in these windows and on these towers. From you can see there's obviously torchlight inside the castle.
So my D12.
Yeah, a D12, and I got another 2. So with your D12, an 8's definitely better. So you can hear them. You can hear them firing, and you can maybe briefly catch the movement and the arrows flying towards the woods, but they're not hitting.
Okay.
So we go to second 13, second 14, second 15, and Finn, you are at the top of the well.
I just want to peek over first and see if there's any movement. If I see the guy who was hiccuping and then yelled for somebody.
Yeah. So sure enough, you peek over the top of the well, and I believe you should see something different now.
I do.
So you peek out from the top of the well, and you look into what looks like a cellar of what you assume, and you probably know to be this old ruined castle, and it appears to have kept up pretty well over the years. It looks like it has had some maintenance done to it, and the small room that you're looking inside is filled with large crates and boxes, and you see along the wall there's some racks that hold spears. There's a barrel of arrows, and across from you, maybe 7 feet away, holding or with it next to the torch on the wall, with a club in one hand, looks like a bandit. He's got one arm kind of leaning against one of the crates nearby, and he's watching, and he sees you peek out from the top, and he, Ethel, lay off, and he's pointing with the club at you.
Cool.
What would you like to do?
I'm so gonna die. I'm gonna holler down and well, not necessarily yell, but I guess it doesn't matter at this point, and let Elka know that there's somebody up there. And then I guess I'm gonna try to just crawl out. Is that the only? So it's wall behind me, right? Everything's wall behind me, and it's just the dude in front of me.
So all you see inside this room is the dude in front of you. Behind him, it's dark, but what the wall behind him, I actually should shift it just a little bit back. The wall behind him looks to actually be a curtain, as if the pillar that's holding that torch sconce has been used as a divider for the room, and it looks like. And you can see this here is correct as well.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a door on that wall as well.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. So I feel like I need to get out of the way for Elka to get up for sure. So I guess I'm just going to try to scramble out of the well and kind of put my wall to a back and then try to hit the dude with the throwing knife.
All right, so you can clamber out. So on this second, you clamber out of the well and hit done.
Can I throw now? Do I need to delay for my throwing knife? What do I need to do?
So you're gonna have to pull out your throwing knife since you were climbing
right.
up the inside of the well. And there's two different ways. It is a small weapon, so you're not going to have to take any time to draw it. It'll take 1 second to fire it if you don't want to aim, but that'll give you a -6 penalty. If you take the time to aim, then I believe that'll take 4 seconds.
Yeah, I feel like I need. I don't know. I'm terrible at decision making. I probably would jump out and just be surprised that he's right there and just shoot it off. So I'm going to go ahead and take the penalty.
All right.
Nice.
So you hop out on this second, and then on second 16 is when that'll happen. All right. So you're gonna have to hit.
So I can just
done.
hit done, really.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hit done.
Yeah.
Yep. So on second 15, you pull out from the top of the well, and on second 16, the bandit goes, "Oh, it's one of the kids. Who fed him so much? Help!" And you fling off one of those throwing knives. He is not moving. So here's it's a D12 exclamation P for myself. So I've got a 4. So for you, when you've got that throwing knife, and the throwing knife is on your character sheet, correct?
Yeah.
So there's a button that says snapshot. So if you hit that, it'll apply the -6 penalty when you hit one of the attack buttons. And because of the throwing knife it's relatively short ranged, but you're right here in a small room, so you're not going to attack with any of those range penalties. So it's just the regular attack roll.
How does that work? How does that work?
So that -6 took it out of you. So you jumped up and you flung it as fast as you could, but you just didn't quite get the throwing knife cleared out of the sheath, and so it just came off a little wonky, and it clatters against the back wall behind him. All right, so then hit done.
Yeah, definitely done. I think there's double meaning to that word at this
Oh
point.
gosh, I don't know what to do.
He kind of half stumbles backwards a step towards this door here, and you see he kind of he's stumbling. He's not moving perfectly, and he fumbles with the door with one hand and kind of throws it open, and I need some help down here, he calls. But you can tell he doesn't look all there. He's starting to he's slurring his words just a little bit, and you might have gotten a drunk bandit here.
Here's hoping.
Elka, at this point, you've heard Finn yell down into the well that there's someone there, and you looking up, you can see Finn hop out. What would you like to do?
Well, I don't want to leave my skill mill behind, so I'm gonna stay in it.
And it would also take a significant amount of time to take it off.
Right, and I'm literally 50, like -50 on climbing.
Minus 50. Yep. Your skill is negative 37, and it's an average check,
Yeah,
which
so
means you have to roll within 40 of that.
which is like very hard to do. Am I right?
Well, yes.
Right. So, and if I fail that, then I fall into a well and die. Right?
Well, can you swim?
I mean, I guess as much as the dice wants me to swim. I don't know. What does swimming count for?
Well, do you have the skill swim on your character?
No, dear.
So yeah, that's
Maybe.
correct. If you
Cool.
failed the climbing, you'd climb, fall. Well, so to be fair, you would get 2 chances. So the second failure is what if you fail first, you'd climb halfway up, and then if you failed the second one is when you'd fall into the well, and then
Yeah. I'm gonna back out. Just gonna pull a classic Elka here and reroute. Hopefully, maybe I'll run into a new stranger on the way out. So I'm gonna climb out of this tunnel.
if you wanted to consider taking off your armor, if that was something you wanted to consider, it could be shed in 2d8 exclamation P seconds. So 2d8 penetrating seconds.
What about the children? Think of the children.
Those children are
Weren't
dead.
there
dude.
two? Weren't there 2 of the villagers with us too?
There are 2 of the villagers. Yes.
Okay,
They are.
I thought so.
All right. I'll just leave my awesome armor, I guess. How do I do this?
So if you're gonna strip down and take off all your armor, it's gonna be 2d8 exclamation P.
I'm coming back for
So
the
roll
timer.
2d8 exclamation P. All right, so it'll take you 8 seconds. So if you want to delay for 8 seconds, that'll take you there. All right, on second 17, we've got Finn and Eirik, the other band, the drunk bandit. What would you like to do, Finn?
Is there anything that I could lower down to help Elka get up easier?
The what could help Elko up would be if you had a knotted rope or pittons, like more climbing equipment. Essentially, is more climbing equipment could help her climb up, which I don't know if you have on you. A ladder, if you had a ladder.
Is
But you're
there
not seeing
anything in this room at all?
a ladder in this room. They don't have a whole the ladder to climb to the bottom of the well, unfortunately. The only thing that I could think that could help Elka up was if you like tied a rope around Elka or had somehow had Elka like hold on to the rope, and if you hefted them up. But if I remember correctly, you're not very strong.
Could I take the grappling hook and tie it to the bucket thingy and do that? Try to crank her up that way?
Yeah, you could certainly attempt something like that. Yeah. Yeah, so you're gonna move the
Might as
grappling
well.
hook up
Yep.
onto the top of the
Yeah, I want to
the
secure it onto
crank.
that. Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna I'll say it'll just take 1 second to just grab the grappling hook and move it up onto the what do you call that? Is it a winch?
I think so. Sounds good. Yeah.
You load it up onto the winch, and you can hit done. Or 1 second. Now you can hit done. Elka, you're starting to strip off your armor down there, and you see the rope sway away from the wall and move to hang so that the rope is hanging precariously in the middle of the well.
Okay. I'm gonna do a climb check, try to climb up this thing, grab onto the bucket.
You're still taking off your armor at the moment, so do you want
Oh,
to stop
I'm
doing
still
that?
stripping.
All right, you're still stripping. All right.
I can stop taking off my
the
armor because I
you
don't
could
really
if you
want to leave
yeah.
my one treasure behind. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna risk it for the biscuit. Whatever. I'm feeling lucky today. Keeping my scale mail on.
All right, so you stop taking off your scale mail after you see this happen, and you're going to attempt to climb. You're going to try to climb up this rope and hope if Finn can help you.
Yeah.
Finn, you've attached this rope, and are you calling down to
Yeah,
to Elk at all?
I'll let her. Yeah, I'll let her know I hooked this up to the winch. I'm gonna try to pull you up if you hold on.
All right. I'm holding on.
All right, and this bandit over here will he turns. He's got the door open. He hollered up, and he turns towards you, Finn, and he takes a few steps towards you, and stumbles towards you. He's waving the club in the air, and hey, what do you think you're doing over there? You 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 well uh uh what are you?
Just trying to get some water, sir.
All right.
I'm just a fat kid. He
So
don't know.
I'm just a fat kid.
He don't know me.
All right, done. Why is this not delaying me a second? 1 second. I think the API script has stopped. Did it? Yep. The API script is no longer delaying my character for some reason. Maybe it's just taking a second. There we go. It was just taking a second. All right, so on second 18, we have this bandit, Finn, and Elka. Finn, this bandit looks like he's coming for you, and he's starting to swing that club. What would you like to do? He's moving towards you.
Oh goodness.
Get over here! Stop that!
I'm just gonna try. I don't know. I don't feel like I could. I mean, he's drunk, dude. Whatever. I'm gonna try to get Elka up as close to the top as I can. I'm gonna try to just crank the thing and try to get her up here because she has a better chance with this dude than I do.
So you're gonna ignore him while he attacks you?
Yeah. Is there anything on the floor? Is there anything that I could shove over to make him trip? Since he's drunk
You are.
anyway.
Yeah, I mean there are some spears laying on the ground, and some, there might be an arrow here or there, and you see a moldy piece of bread, a dead rat.
Mhm. I'll
But yeah, no one left their marbles here.
right. Yeah. Could I like take cheese? Can I take one of the...
You're like, what can I use? What can I use? Ooh, distraction. Jeez.
Sorry, pocket cheese while I'm thinking. Um, can I maybe just shove one of the spears back towards him to try to trip him up? Just like slide
Yeah,
across the floor.
yeah, you could try to kick some of the spears in his general direction. I would say that would probably be a distraction skill. You're trying to distract him from what you're doing. The way or distraction works is if you roll under, it's a straight roll under your skill, and if you roll under your skill, then you've made it. You've got him distracted enough uh, to do that. However, your distraction is not quite enough. You kick at some of the spears, and they kind of clatter around on the floor, but they don't stop him. He manages to kind of just step around him. And you kick some of the spears at him, but you're a halfling. You kind of you expect everyone to have such short reach as you do, and so while you kick some spears at him, you kind of underestimate how much reach he has with this club, and so the spears don't even reach where he is. And so when he steps up, he can just take a swing at you. So he steps up and he swings with a club hey, wait, what are you doing? And he tries to swing at you with this club. So he's got a 10 to hit you.
I have dodge too, so hopefully that'll come into play during this.
Yeah, so you can roll you get to roll a defense roll. You don't have your dagger out, so it would be an unarmed. So I just added a combat profile for you for unarmed. It'll just be a since you have one specialization in defense in your dagger. Oh, but that's from your dodge talent. So your defense should actually be completely equal as your dagger defense. So it roll either the dagger or the unarmed. All right, so a 16. So he steps up and he takes a swing at you, and you manage to duck underneath it as he tries to hit you. Oh, you're a cunning one. You're slippery. Stop moving so much. But he misses, and he will delay to try to keep hammering on you. And if you stay unarmed, then he'll attack at twice the speed he normally would. Elka, you've stopped attacking, or you're not attacking. You've stopped taking off your armor. There's the rope dangling in the middle. You hear that kind of scuffle going on. So you don't know if Finn is distracted. What are you going to do? You're still in your scale mail.
How would I not know if Finn is distracted or not? I mean, I can hear her.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. You can hear her like fighting up there.
Right.
And you saw her look down, shout something at you, and then duck away.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna climb.
All right, make a climbing and rappelling check.
I'll probably die here. Last.
Me too. We'll just be dead in the bottom at this well.
Yeah, it's fine. It's the life.
So you needed to make an average check, and you have a negative 37. So you had to roll a 3 or lower. So you start climbing halfway up, and you're gonna get stuck. So your crawl speed is 2.5. So and you had to go 8 feet up. So delay 2 seconds for me. Oh, it's no further than 1/4. So actually, it'll just be 1 second. So,
Oops, I messed up. Sorry.
no, we are on second 18. So, second 19, Elka, you start clambering. You get onto this rope and you start trying to pull yourself up, and very quickly you feel yourself sliding, and you're unable to make any real progress. And the rope is kind of swinging around. What would you like to do?
Try again.
All right, you're gonna keep climbing.
Ha! Here we go.
All right. So you try to push on, and you pull yourself even higher, and you lose your grip and plummet down and fall to the bottom of this well.
Sweet.
So it is let's see. I don't think it's that far of a fall. Oh yeah, actually. You fall 12 feet, or so it's a 20-foot well, so you fall about 12 feet, but there is some water at the bottom. And so you will, let's see how much falling damage you take. You fall and you take a 1-point wound. There's no damage reduction against it unless you have padded armor. And so you plummet and fall at the bottom of the well. The bad news is that you're at the bottom of the well. The good news is that the water at the bottom is only about 3.5 feet tall. How tall are you?
5'3".
All right, so you are in 3.5 feet of water, and you've just fallen down to the bottom of the well. That's the bad news. The good news is that the rope was greater than 20 feet. So the rope is currently dangling at the bottom of this well, but it is 20 feet down.
Cool.
All right, so do you want to hit done? Finn, you hear Elka, you hear her kind of jump onto the rope and start climbing, and the creak of wood as it kind of takes on that weight, and you might feel bolstered in your morale, and then you hear a oh, and a splash.
You okay down there?
Yep. Good.
Grab the rope. Let's try this again.
All right.
So you can hear that echoing down from the bottom of the well.
There's a drunk guy up here.
Hi,
I
drunk
dodged
guy.
his first swing. I'm going to try to get you up here because I don't know how long I can last without you.
So, speaking of how long you can last up there, Finn, what would you like to do?
I want to start cranking on that rope, try to get her onto her up as
All right.
much as I can. And is there anything around me that I can help use kind of as leverage on this thing? I mean, having that crank, that's going to help some, but I don't know if there's any way to have anything else because I don't know how I'm going to get her up here. Dang it, I'm going to try.
At the moment, just looking around the room, nothing springs to mind, but you're also very distracted at the moment. You're currently being attacked. You're trying to winch up this well as quickly as you can. You're unable to see anything just very quickly, just perusing the room.
That's true. You could tie the rope around the bandit's neck.
Right, because he's on his feet and I'm 3 feet tall, and getting
True.
closer to him is a great idea for me.
True. He's massive.
Um, Yeah, is there anything else? Is there anything that's a little bit heavier around me that I might be able to pick up and tie onto it well, I don't think that would necessarily work because if it's wrapped around I could I could hook the grapple hook um to something a little bit heavier and drop that down there wrapped around the winch and help that.
Like as a counterbalance to try
Yeah,
to
it's a counterbalance.
like
Yeah.
rocket her up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
How
could
heavy is
try to
that
do that.
rat?
How the weapon rack?
No, the rat.
Oh, the rat. Oh, yeah, the real
Totally
chonky
gonna help.
rat. Yeah. The
Yeah.
250-pound rat. It'll just
Okay, it's an ROUS. There you go.
exactly. It's a rat of unusual size.
We gotta save it for snacking later.
We'll save this. If I get you up here, Elka, I've got a great rat for you.
Yes.
Is that a good thing or a bad
But I
thing?
get the moldy bread. Deal?
Yes. Is there any cheese?
I got pocket cheese. I'm good there.
Sweet.
Toys. Got any toys?
So, what are you going to try to do? There, you're seeing crates. You're seeing kind of some barrels around. What are you thinking?
Oh, what's the
We've
closest
heard of
thing
what
to
you're
the
thinking.
well? Is there any kind of small, like how big are the barrels? Are there any smaller barrels or something like that that even if it's a little bit empty or not too heavy?
I mean, these are barrels that are probably as large as you are, being a halfling.
Of course.
And the crates are of varying sizes, but most of them are um, like chest sized.
Okay. Let me see if I can find a crate. I think that might be easier than the barrel. Um, oh hell, I'm gonna tie it around me and
Okay.
jump down there because I mean it's gonna lessen my fall, and so it's not gonna be terribly. Um, I mean, I'm not gonna be falling down there. I just hold on to the rope and ride it down, and then uh, try to help get her up that way if I wrap it
All
around
right.
the winch. And then my 100-pound self.
All right. I like this idea. So it's going to
Which
take.
means it's a
I'm
bad idea
overwhelmed.
if he likes it.
I know. Oh, it's absolutely a terrible
Yeah, he's
idea,
trying
but
to.
it's better for her to be up there than me to be up there. I'll figure out how to get up there again if I need to, but I want to secure the end of that grappling hook kind of, you know, around me to get down there. Because if I get into that water, I mean, it's what 3 feet, so I still got a half an inch on it.
So this is I just put the rules for tying a knot in our little chat. So it's going to take 5d4 penetrating seconds minus 1d4 per mastery level over novice. And that's if you want to tie a knot.
Do
Or
I
you
need
can
to
just
tie
hold
a
on to
knot?
it.
Well, I have the grappling hook, and so I plan on taking the end of the grappling hook and kind of hooking that around me, and then wrapping the rope, kind of just looping the rope on that
Ah,
grappling
so
hook.
you're just gonna loop
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
use
and then
the
just use
grappling hook.
the grappling hook as the knot.
Yeah, that works. So
This is a terrible
right.
idea.
So yeah, I'm gonna say it's going to take 1d4 seconds, not penetrating, just to get that wrapped up around yourself. So it's going to take you 4 seconds to maybe it's just to reach out and try to grab it and unhook it. Maybe it just takes some time to get it off that wooden winch you put it on, and then wrap it up around yourself. So delay 4 seconds. Elka, you've just fallen down to the bottom of the well. As you get up out of the water, maybe stand up, you see that the rope is moving and swaying up at the top, and in the light you can see it looks like it's been unhooked from that winch. What would you like to do, Elka?
Wait.
All right, so you're waiting.
Waiting for her plan to carry out. Yeah.
All right, so you're waiting at the bottom of the well. The water you've stirred up a little bit of dirt at the bottom, but it's nice. It's not quite a hot spring, but it's a little peaceful moment at the very bottom of the well.
Is it kind of penetrating through the scale mail or no?
Well, the scale mail isn't really watertight, so yeah, you are certainly wet.
That sounds very uncomfortable.
I would say the same thing. Orbital, your bow and arrow is ready. What would you like to
fire.
Fire away. Here's fire when ready.
-6 again.
I've got a 6.
Nope.
A 0 will not kick it. So an arrow, your next arrow flies shy, flies in and sticks into the kind of the clearing in front of the keep.
I pick
Wasn't
out,
able to reach.
fire, and I go like, oh. But I'm a big boy, so I don't know if the tree covers completely. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, there it's in the dark, so no one can see. So you're perfectly hidden. Right, so I assume you're going to fire again in 11 seconds.
Yep. Let me delay.
All right.
Which I should do that.
Yeah, you can roll listening check as well, Orbital and Eric, since you two are outside of the keep.
There's somebody else with us.
Yeah, Jim Bob.
He's not firing, I guess.
I believe he
did.
does. He was the one. Yeah, he was the one peasant that had a short bow. I believe we put Griffin in charge of him last time.
That's right.
I don't know why.
Go ahead.
23. Yeah.
Where is he on the initiative? I actually don't see him now that I look.
He
There you
should
are.
be on there.
Oh, he's all the way at the bottom. I see. He just got on.
There. Now he's on.
Yeah.
Jim Bob.
What are we rolling? Just 1d20, no bonus? Or is there
It's
penalty
it's
last
a
time?
1d20. He has a +1, but for the distance he has a -5, or
Okay.
or net -5.
Net -5. Let's roll it. 7. It is statistically possible.
I got a 6.
Hey.
Impressively possible.
But he does have the cover of the keep, so even or odd.
Even.
Even, and it will hit.
Yeah.
Even is a hit. So
Yes.
that'll be 2d6 exclamation P.
Here we go, Jim Bob. 8 damage. Look at that.
So he
beautiful
cries
hero.
out, "This is for our children!" and fires at the keep. And you hear a cry of pain coming from the keep as one of the silhouettes kind of ducks to the side. You can see them react as they got hit.
Jim Bob, greatest hero of the village, right here. And
The
he's
hero
going to
of
wind
the
up for
village.
more.
Yeah. What about the listening checks? Do we hear anything?
1 second on that. Can you roll a d20 for Jim Bob?
$18.
All right. So, if Jim Bob, I'll delay Jim Bob 12 seconds as he's getting ready to fire again.
There we go.
So Jim Bob fires off into the keep, and you're firing at it, and you can hear somewhat of a commotion coming from the inside of the keep. And after Jim Bob fires, you hear a string of expletives from the inside of the keep, and what sounds like movement, and the both silhouettes move away from the windows.
Okay. Okay. The outside of the key, all the walls are more or less intact. They don't have like one of them has collapsed or anything like that.
They're more or less intact, except for a single section of wall that has a large hole in it that looks like the bandits are using for their entrance. And outside of that, they've lit a bonfire to kind of give them some vision on anyone approaching that entrance hole.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna break cover in darkness, go to the wall where the hole is, press myself against the wall. I said, I don't see me running, into the darkness, and then scoot over into the hole.
All right, so you're gonna try to, just so that I understand, you're going to try to loop around in the darkness to try to stay hidden as long as possible, and
Yeah.
then and approach that hole from the darkness.
Yeah, because
Okay.
the idea is that if the hole is there and I come running, they're gonna see me because of the bonfire. But if I'm stuck to the wall, they won't see me until I peek out, right? And actually, the guys that were, shooting, they moved away.
That's correct. It's dark in these in the inside of the forest. It is almost pitch dark because of the tree cover. You're not going to be able to move very fast,
I
and
have low
it's going
light
to
vision.
limit your movement. Even with low light vision, it'll give you. I'll let you move faster if you stick to the edge of like the edge of the clearing. But
Okay.
if you're trying to stay in total darkness, then it's going to slow your movement down.
I'm gonna go for total darkness just in case.
You're going to go for total darkness. Okay.
Yeah. And do I do a stealth check, or I just rely on the darkness until?
Yeah, essentially you're going to be in pitch darkness, so there's not going to be any concern for a stealth check. But it's going to take you uh, what you think is an entire minute to do that full lap and reach the edge of the keep.
Mhm.
All right, so I'm going to put you on. You're starting on second 21, so that'll be on 81. You'll reach the wall of the keep. Eric, on second 21, you're getting ready to fire, and you hear the cry of pain, and the one silhouette, like kind of you see their arm go to the side as an arrow hits them, and that person moves away from the
Sorry.
from vision, and the other one does as well.
Okay.
You hear one
So
of
I
them
want.
call out like, "Ah, fuck this! We can't see shit out there."
Okay. I want to go to the opposite side of where Orbel's going. So if he's going to the left, I want to go to the right, but maintain a distance from the keep door. Like maybe just train an arrow. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, you're gonna train an arrow on the
Well,
keep entrance and start moving towards that gap.
yeah. Well, can you bring up the other map, or like,
Yeah,
because
this map right here.
yeah. So where's the door?
All right, let's
Can you ping it?
yeah, I will in fact put a actually if you look close, if you zoom in on the keep down here, you can actually see there's a
Yeah.
gap in that black wall. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. So where's Orbel gonna be?
He was and if I understand correctly, circling around to get to this side, to approach from the dark side. 'Cause there's a bonfire right here in front of the keep. It's a little red dot.
Okay. So can I get to the back wall, like right here,
Yeah,
and push myself up
Yeah.
against that, and then make my way around?
yeah.
With,
To
like,
the same
keeping
side
it-
that Orbal's going, or to the other
No,
side?
no, no, the opposite. So where that black, like, make my way over to here.
Yeah.
So kind of like go around to here and then come back. Let's see.
Yeah.
freehand
Let
draw.
me. Let
So
me
go
draw
like
what I
this.
believe you're saying. Oh,
You know, so I'll kind of come from over here, like
circle
that.
down and then go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can totally do that.
But I want to, where that black thing is, I want to stay right there. So I want to stay right here.
Yeah, just below the old ruined tower.
Yeah, like right there. I want to stay right there.
Okay.
I don't want to go all the way around.
That's totally fine.
Okay.
So delay. Just so that we're, for convenience, I'm going to put you also on second 81. So you guys
Okay.
are both moving through the darkness, and then we can get to both of you at the same time.
Okay.
So on second 23, Finn, you have the rope secured around your waist.
Elka, move to the side. Hold on to the rope. I'm coming down.
All right, Elka, what you gonna do?
All right, I move to the side.
All right, are you holding on to the rope? Are you holding on to it securely, or like,
Okay.
or you just like what are you gonna do with the rope? That's what I'm wondering.
I'm gonna hold on to it securely. Can I like wrap it around my arm?
Yeah, you're holding on to it, trying to
Okay.
be secure to it. And Finn, you're gonna jump into the well.
Yep. So I have the thing over the winch, right? So I like
Yep.
to think that I made it and maybe even did like a loop so that it does the whole.
Yeah, ideally you're trying to use your weight to leverage Elka up and do one of those, shoot her up, have something awesome like that happen.
Mhm.
How much do you weigh, Finn?